Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Here we go. Your dial set correctly to USAPrepares.com. We're broadcasting live from high atop the Missouri Ozark Mountains. So link to your instructors on the website, USAPREPARES.com. John is engineering the broadcast at Genesis Communications Network. I'm Vincent Finelli. Captain John Regan's with us. Welcome, Captain John Regan.
Hey, Vincent.
Wait a minute, that's my line. Hey, hey, John. Hey, John. I called you this morning, and I mentioned that we had an instructor who was going to be on the air with us. I chatted with him a couple times yesterday on the phone, and then we were confirmed for the broadcast, and then this morning I learned that he was in the hospital. I talked to him. He was in the hospital, and he said, I said, well, why don't we just postpone it? And he said, okay. And then he called me back and he said, no, let's do it. And he is, on the line with us right now. So, John, our engineer, would you put on our instructor, Larry Nichols? Welcome, Larry Nichols.
Hey, Vincent. How are you, buddy?
Hey, Larry, Captain John Regan, U.S. Air Force Reserves retired, is with us. And,
hello, John. Captain.
Good morning.
And, so we're going to be broadcasting, the three of us together, about the Clinton administration. Now, Larry Nichols, you were involved with, William Jefferson Blythe Clinton, President of the United States, President number 42 of the United States, 1993 to 2001. You were involved with the Clintons, the Clinton family, Hillary Rodham Clinton, Chelsea Clinton, and the Vice President at the time, Al Gore. Is that all correct?
You bet. Well, let me preface that. I was with Bill Clinton and Hillary to get them first elected governor of Arkansas through 4 campaigns for governor of Arkansas. And then that's when I found out what I did about the drugs. Then I broke off, and I have been fighting him ever since. Now, for everybody to know the truth is, out of the 38 major scandals that got Bill Clinton impeached, we did get him impeached, 37 of them were stuff that I did, that I broke. The 38th one, the one that I didn't do, was the haircut in the Atlanta airport. Once he was president, I used all the scandals, everything that I could, to keep him from being able to accomplish his agenda as president. Vincent, thanks to you, a lot of true conservatives in that day, we kept him off balance, got him impeached, thanks to Arlen Specter. He walked from the Senate trial. And by the way, how that happened, so people know, I want the record straight, to get a president outed is a 2-part process. The first part is impeachment in Congress. Because that, we got that, then it goes to a Senate trial to be outed. We had it, won, and David Shippers, the great attorney from Chicago that handled the prosecution of Bill Clinton. He and I were in the cloakroom for the Senate. In came Bob Dole, Trent Lott. Dole threw his briefcase on the table, big long table, and said, he's walking. Shippers said, I don't think so. Not in those kind of words. And Trent Lott said, we don't care if you have him shooting a woman in the face right in the middle of downtown on videotape. He's walking. And they left. When it came time for the vote, a weird thing happened. Arlen Specter abstained. He abstained. He passed. He didn't vote. Throwing it into a tie, which then made Al Gore vice president able to vote. And of course, he voted to acquit Bill Clinton. Bill Clinton therefore got off and finished his term. Now, 4 weeks later, thereabouts, 4 or 5 weeks, however many weeks it was, Arlen Specter's wife was appointed by the Clinton administration to the Parks and Tourism Commission of the United States of America for about $250,000 a year. Then, we finally got him. He left. I warned everybody when George Bush was going in, the worst thing you could do is go back to sleep. You see, Bill Clinton, we had awakened a nation. I had finally convinced millions of people, Vincent, that the government was corrupt, bad corrupt. And I tried to tell, nobody would listen, that both parties were corrupt. They were in on it because I never got any help from either party. You know, you would have thought me fighting Clinton, the Republicans would have stood up. Hell, it wasn't that I didn't have proof. Shit, everybody knew. Stupid didn't mean to say that. Hell, everybody knew I had proof. Had evidence. They didn't help. So, Bush wins. My time in the sun's over. Tell everybody, be careful. Don't go to sleep. In comes George W. Bush. The nation went to sleep, thinking we were safe from the evil corruption. Then it came time for the part of my plan that I had devised in 1986. That was when Bill Clinton ran and was in office 2 terms, he would leave office if he had to. And then after 1 term, Hillary would run. And she would become president. Now, Hillary didn't obey the rules, the outline, the system I had developed for Bill Clinton, me and a few others. She broke the rules. And in doing so, she was beaten by Barack Hussein Obama. Now, during that election, an audience, during that election, this is stuff nobody's ever heard me say, so I'm going to tell it. Get it out. Is that all right, Vince? I mean, have I got time to tell something nobody's
sure.
ever heard?
Larry, we have 2 hours. And as you tell us, would you please tell us what rules she broke?
All right. We had a playbook. And in it were the exact system and things that had to be done to get Bill Clinton elected and to keep him elected and or Hillary. You have to understand, folks, Bill Clinton was a pathological liar, a drug user, not just a womanizer, a sexual predator and deviant. Hillary was a dyke. She was AC/DC. And she, worst of all, was a card-carrying member of the United States Communist Party. Now, that's what I had to work with in the Deep South in the mid-'70s, if you can believe it. So the playbook was, I'll give an example. We have a play called Rope-a-Dope. Now, I want y'all to remember this because this was in the 70s when we invented this. I want you to bring it today, as I tell you about it, to Hillary today. One of the plays, whenever Bill was speaking or whenever we were in a situation so that I could talk to him in code in front of the media, in front of anybody, nobody knew what we were talking about, we had Words, code words. Rope-a-dope. What was rope-a-dope? Bill was constantly under the threat of being caught doing something. Constantly. So, we controlled the media. We controlled everything in Arkansas in that day, pretty much. But you still had to watch out. That stuff would get out. So rope-a-dope meant, Bill, go in your corner. Don't say anything. Shut up. The media's going to beat on you. We're going to let them beat on you. We're going to have friendly media beat on you. And they're going to beat on you and beat on you, but you shut up. Just like Cassius Clay and Foreman or whatever in the Thriller and Manila. And then if you'll be quiet enough and shut up, the media will get mad. They'll scream to high heaven. But soon there'll be a tornado or earthquake, a disaster somewhere, and the media will go running off. And by the time that disaster's over, when they come back, it'll be old news. That's called rope-a-dope. Now, part of rope-a-dope was another play. When he would hear me say the words tennis, what that meant, Vince, do a little role-playing with you here. If you're the media and you ask me how much I weigh, if I go tennis, then here's what's going to happen. You say, how much do you weigh, Larry? And I'm going to go, does anybody know the time? Well, then you're going to say, Larry, Nichols, how much do you weigh? Is it raining? Does anybody know if it's raining? And you're going to ask again and again. And you know what? I'm going to ignore you. I'm going to pretend you don't even exist. Well, what'll happen, the media will keep hitting on you. They'll get mad. They will get so mad it will drive you crazy. But as long as you don't hit the ball back to them, as long as you don't answer any questions, because if you answer any question, you're doing what's called playing tennis. And for example, in that case, you ask me how much I weigh, and I think that's an innocent question. And I say, okay, look, I'll answer that one. I weigh 170 pounds, 180 or whatever. Are you there?
Yep. Larry, we're going into a commercial break. Larry Nichols is with us. Larry Nichols was part of the kitchen cabinet, the inside of the William Jefferson Blythe presidential inner circle. John Regan's with us. I'm Vin Finelli, USAPrepares.com. We'll be right back. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off of your entire order and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
quantitative easing, unemployment at depression levels, Europe financial system falling apart, China getting out of U.S. treasuries. At the end of 2008, the time of TARP, the national debt was at $11 trillion, gold trading around $850 per ounce. Close to 2012, the national debt exceeded $16.4 trillion, gold doubled to $1,600 per ounce. The $20 trillion threshold for the national debt is inevitable. Politicians in Washington have a ferocious appetite for spending and stimulus. What's worse, a printing press to finance. 100 years ago, we had a gold standard to limit this madness, but now you have to adopt your own gold standard. Don't be fooled with paper promises. Get Midas Resources 10 Reasons to Buy Gold free by calling 800-686-2237. Understanding the gold and silver market may be the only insurance you could have to avoiding the next economic crisis. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order your free copy. Again, that's 800-686-2237.
This is Dan Pilla. Do you owe the IRS money you can't pay? Are tax debts crippling you? I've defended people from the IRS for over 30 years. I've helped thousands, and I can help you too. I wrote the book on IRS settlement, and I'm telling you, there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Call 800-34-NO-TAX to finally get free of IRS debt. With the IRS's new programs, there's never been a better time to solve your problem. Call 800-34-NO-TAX. That's 800-34-NO-TAX, or my website, danpilla.com.
Have you ever wondered if you could make electric, light, or heat in your home for free? How about a motor that charges batteries at the same time? What if this also restores useless batteries and saves you lots of money? Come to our Renaissance Charge Conference workshop on August 15th and 16th in Fort Lauderdale. Visit r-charge.com. That's r-charge.com for details, or call 208-304-2954. 208-304-2954.
Captain John Regan's with us, and Larry Nichols is with us. Larry Nichols spent about 10 years with the Clintons and worked to get them elected. Yeah, the pair. And Larry, you're talking about deflecting and ignoring the press and the plays.
Well,
please continue.
Going back to tennis, and then I'll get off this. I didn't mean to bore y'all, but you asked, so I'm going to tell you. So you let them ask questions, they get mad, they scream, they pit, they throw their hands up in the air. But you know what? If you don't answer the question, because if you answer the one and say, well, I weigh 170 pounds, they'll fire back. You weigh 170 pounds. Did you steal that weight? Or are you lying? So you have to be able to say nothing. And if you say nothing long enough, you know what'll happen? There'll be a storm, earthquake. You see, the public has a short attention span, and the media an even shorter one. I tell you those two plays specifically because if y'all look, you will see that's exactly what Hillary is doing right now. And while everybody thinks, oh my God, she's doing crazy, she's going to lose, she's, making a mistake. No, our system is foolproof. I can get a dead cat elected to any office if everybody plays by the exact system. This time, unlike against Obama, Hillary is playing by the system. Now, what happened with Obama, so y'all know, we had a rule called the broken coalition. I couldn't make people like the Clintons and Vince, Catherine, this is what's going to get y'all. The way the Clintons win, which is virtually unbeatable, the way they win is because I said to the people that I worked for back then, the Stevenses, gentlemen, there's no way I can make the people of Arkansas like Bill and Hillary Clinton. Mr. Whit Stevens stuck his cigar and a glass of tea and said, when I tell them, we paid you a lot of money to tell us that. I didn't say I wouldn't get them elected. I said I could not make people like them. He said, then how will you get them elected? I said, because I can make people hate them. And guys, there's the secret to the Clintons. There's Pandora's box. The Clintons don't run to make you like them. They live off people hate them. Because for every person that hates them, there's a person that hates that person. And you can mold that group into a coalition that will vote and do whatever you want. All you got to do is fester the hatred of the people that they hate. Now, back then, we gave it a name. We called it polarization. Polarization. We polarize people. Then we had a thing called the Broken Coalition. Blacks in Arkansas in the 70s were not a large enough percentage of the voting public, even though we could make them vote 3 and 4 times each. They were not a large enough section to vote to win an election. Well, they were screwed. But we could get the blacks because Bill liked black women, and the blacks loved him. He could go in black churches, and they just fell all over him until they found out the women he was with. But we took the blacks. Then we took the hippies and yippies. Because in the South back then, gosh, that was a small group of people. Then we took the queers. Now, I know queers, homosexuals. Back then, guys, being a queer was not a good thing. Today, it's a prerequisite, it seems. But if you took all of those groups and put them together, you know what? You had enough to beat the good old, regular, everyday person. You did. And so with each of those groups, you just learned what do they want, and you promise it to them. You don't give it to them. You just promise it to them. Well, when Hillary ran against Obama, rule number 1 in a campaign, control the opposition. What should have happened had I been handling Hillary, which is what's happening this time, I'd have gone to Mr. Barack Hussein Obama and said, Mr. Obama, let me tell you something. I'm going to make you a deal you cannot refuse. Get out of this race. Don't even think about it. Now, you're a young black guy. You got a hell of a career ahead of you, and I'll help you. But don't get in my way. Now, if you get in Hillary's way, your career's going to be ruined. Your name's going to be ruined. You're not going to be able to get a job pumping gas at a service station. You clear the road. She didn't do that. And when she didn't, guess what? Obama was able to garnish what? The black vote, which broke what? The Broken Coalition, and Hillary lost. I keep hearing music. Are you going to a break? I'm going to step in.
Larry Nichols, we're going into another break. A few minutes, we'll be back. Captain John Reagan's with us. Larry Nichols, we're talking about the Clintons. I'm Vincent.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
Did you know that drinking pure, high alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
Healthy elimination is essential to high energy, a cheerful mood, and prevention of disease. Some of the founders of our modern holistic health thinking state that disease begins in a toxic colon. The toxic intestinal tract is the foundation for virtually all degenerative disease, and a clean and well-moving intestinal tract is the foundation of health.
I just want to say that you folks have an amazing product. I've taken whey protein products for years, and I've never noticed the results I have with your product. I've suffered with bouts of constipation most of my life. Within a few days of taking One World Way, I noticed a dramatic change. Also, in the past few years, I've experienced symptoms associated with diabetes. I feel horrible when I've had too much sugar, and I've been getting the foot pain as well. But I've noticed in the past week or so, I'm not feeling bad anymore, and the foot pain is gone. I'm just finishing up a 5-pound tub I ordered and just got off the phone ordering more. I love your product. Thank you.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com. That's oneworld.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey neighbor, what are you doing digging? You had a heart attack last year.
Oh, I know. I was told no more hard labor.
Then why are you digging?
Well, I've been taking Extendovite. It's been approved to help my heart.
Extendovite? Is that a new drug?
No, not a drug. It's more like an herbal combination made from garlic and cayenne.
Herbal? How can that help?
Well, actually, we've taken herbs for thousands of years, and Extendovite is doing the job for me.
Does your doctor know about Extendovite?
Yeah, my doctor knows, and he said it seems to be working for you, so don't stop taking it. I feel great taking Extendovite. I don't want to stop.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
The Genesis Communications Network is one of America's premier broadcasters of captivating talk radio. We thank you for listening. Now, just imagine, there are thousands of people who are just as passionate about radio as you are. But what you may not realize is how easy and affordable it is to advertise with us. Radio commercials for your business could be heard on hundreds of radio stations across the U.S. every day. We can help you by creating an effective radio advertising campaign for your company. From script writing to producing your commercial, just like the one you're listening to right now. No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. And no matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com, and an experienced advertising executive will help you take the first step towards driving more customers to your business or website. Advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
Captain John Reagan's with us. Larry Nichols is with us. And, Larry, how do you depict Hillary Clinton?
Well, she's a psychopath. She's a communist. She's the meanest person you'll ever meet. And I guess the best way to know the true Hillary Rodham Clinton is to remember the day in the Benghazi hearings when they asked about the 4 people that died. And she said, and folks, just go back and look at it yourselves. When she said, "What the dead, what difference does it make?" That look, that moment, that is the Hillary Rodham Clinton that's about to become president of the United States.
What do you think her chances are of becoming president?
100%. And I'll tell you why. Here again, Vince, Captain, I don't mean to top your show, and I will hurry and get off of it, because I know there's things y'all want to ask. But I'm trying to tell people something that, hey, you're asking me to instruct, so I'm giving a case history and a lesson on Politics 101. She didn't stop Obama. When she didn't crush him and get him out of the race, she broke the coalition. When the coalition was broken, the broken coalition was broken. The system was broken. Hillary failed. She's back. She's back now with a vengeance. And this time she is playing by the system exactly. There's one other trick to the system, and then I'll let you ask me anything you want. If you're going to win an election, folks, you always control your opposition. Now, in the case of the primary, you step on anybody that could possibly be a danger. But you make sure that you run somebody that cannot beat you, such as the case with Bernie Sanders. But the trick to this is Jeb Bush. She has got to have Jeb Bush be the Republican candidate, because Jeb Bush, according to the system, is the only candidate the Republicans could pick. Not the only, but the most probable candidate they could pick that cannot beat her. Hillary's only weakness, Vince, Captain, going into this campaign is the tiredness of the Clinton name. Believe it or not, people are finally getting a little bit weary of the dynasty concept. So who is the only person that could run with a name that could outbore the Clinton name? Bush. So Jeb Bush will be the candidate, and Hillary will win, unless Vince and Captain, unless we stop her. Now, I'm not going to say much more except this, folks. I'm a liar. I'm a cheat. There's nothing I haven't done. There's no commandment I haven't broke. A lot. I'm a Christian. I've asked forgiveness from God. He's forgiven me. I have not. I do not expect y'all to. And whatever I say, I always demand one thing, Vince, and I know you will. Make me prove it. Now, by that, I ask everybody else to play by the same rules. If you're going to believe somebody else, make them prove stuff. It ain't a matter of just saying junk. That's what got us in this trouble. To my defense, I have one thing to help you that don't know me to understand that I might just be telling the truth about this. Bill Clinton wrote about me in his memoirs. Me. The worst person on planet Earth, Vince, that you would think Bill Clinton in his presidential memoirs would dare to even mention. Me. They didn't write good about me, which is good, because then if they'd have written good, then that'd be bad. But folks, I am telling you, you're hearing the only man that ever, beat the Clintons. You just don't beat them. The system's too powerful. The system's too tight, Vince. Too tight. I beat them once because I know the system. I pray with your help, Vince, Captain, and your audience. Maybe I still got it. I'm an old man now. Be 65 this month. As you know, Vince, not to talk about it, my health's not in the best shape. I will carry in my grave that I built the system when I was a pup that I thought was so damn cool to only see it destroy my country. I'll carry that to my grave. But maybe.
Larry, our country is being destroyed. Would you agree that it's being destroyed at the highest levels?
Absolutely.
From within?
Absolutely.
Why? Okay. Who is behind? Who runs the country? Who runs our country? And then who runs the world?
Vince, y'all have heard of Bilderbergers.
Sure.
None of you have ever been there in a meeting. I have. The question is, who runs the world? Who runs our country? Folks, we have been, since the inception of our country, we've been being pressed and pushed. Small group of people, they want to own it. They want to control it. And the more people that have money, the less chance anyone has of owning it. So it's this small group, let's count them now on a hand, say on one hand. Multi rich people that have wiggled their way and they've made all the moves, got the money, and now they got it. It's their turn. Is it the Bilderbergers? Technically, no. The Bilderbergers, if you ever go and set in, that's just a group of aristocratic, arrogant, rich, wealthy, bored, and want to get real richer and want power. It's been this way since Jesus. It's been this way since, I guess, the Bible started. It's not this group, Vince, that you can put your finger on, but yet you can put your finger on it. It's just a handful of ultra-rich people. And they have to control America. And if they get to control America, if he or she becomes the king or queen of America, you become king or queen of the world. Which is why I'm in such a hot seat. I have never said, so let it be known, I have never said the Clintons would kill anybody. Never have said that. But I have said, even in the National Enquirer again, where that chef died, that when the Clintons are in power, people drop like flies. They do. But remember, Vince, Captain, there are people that are going to profit immensely by whoever is president. You know, they're going to make millions and billions of dollars if they're backing the president. And you get in the way of those people, it ain't a fun seat to be in. Take it from me.
Larry, Bill Clinton, when he became president, one of the things he was very, very interested in, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he was interested in learning about UFOs and aliens. And as he wanted to tour Area 51, he was told that his level of clearance wasn't high enough. Can you tell us about that?
There is a level of clearance that has to do with UFOs. Captain John, I think, maybe you know about this. I know about it through my time in Special Forces, Green Beret. What happens with UFOs have been for years better defined in the late 70s when they killed something called a Project Blue Book. UFOs have been accredited to a global issue. So just because you're president doesn't mean you're all the way to the top. Now, Bill Clinton has always fantasized and wondered about it, and there was no doubt if he ever got to be president, one of the first things he wanted to know, tell me the truth about UFOs. As the story goes, Vincent, it's only a story. I wasn't there, I didn't hear it, I can't prove it. But as the story goes, when he wanted to know, he found out as president he wasn't there yet. He couldn't find out.
Okay. Larry, from your experience, Larry Nichols, are we running out of oil? And the reason I'm saying this, we go around and beat up small countries all over the world. Are we in pursuit of oil, natural resources that we're running out of, like gold and silver and rare earth metals? Is that why we're beating up all these countries from your perspective?
No, it's global power. Well, yes, no. Number one, we in America are not running out of oil. Number two, for those of you that think we're over there fighting in Afghanistan and Iraq for oil so we don't run out here, ask somebody, would you? We can't burn that oil. We don't even use that oil here. That's hard proof. We can't use it. The only place Middle Eastern oil can be used is Europe, Russia, China. We have the oil here. That's just another one of those lies that we're told, okay? It's just another thing. So that the power brokers, now remember, the power brokers, the people that make a pile of money off the purchase and sale of oil, they make money when they sell oil to Russia. And if you get control of the oil to Russia, China, and Europe, you make bazillions of dollars. But how do you do that, Vince? You got to convince the American people we got to go over there and get it for us because we're running out. Guys, we're not running out of oil. Ask anybody that truly knows. Just ask. And always remember, go over there and get you a bucket of it. Try to bring it over here and try to use it in any vehicle we have. You cannot do it. We use soft group. But that's the key to power. If you control energy, you control those nations that need it.
Larry Nichols, how about controlling the weather? Those of us who are part of this broadcast, our broadcast classroom, which is worldwide, those who are paying attention believe that the geoengineering is the manipulation of the weather. Was that something that was talked about during the Clinton administration? So if we have an enemy, we'll just snow them in. We'll just modify the weather. And then, through extension, you know what? There are too many of us, and we can just kill people by climate engineering, damaging the nutritional value of food, spraying the planet with aluminum and barium and so forth. Did they talk about that back then?
Well, okay. Remember, I wasn't a part of Clinton's administration. I was on the outs. But here is the truth. Here is the truth from the people that I had to work with. Hold on one second. Just 1 second.
Sure. Class, this is an absolutely fascinating broadcast class with Larry Nichols.
Sorry about that.
Sure.
The doctor was calling, checking. I hear that music again. I'll tell you about the weather in a minute.
Larry, we've got another hour and 14 minutes. You're welcome to stay as long as you'd like. I think it's an absolutely fascinating broadcast classroom, and it will be heard many times throughout the day. Almost 12. We'll be right back. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number. Call 1-888-379-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. So, disable the cable and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-888-379-MY-TV right now to sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99 and up to 4 rooms. And there's no equipment to buy. That includes your free HD TV upgrade, your free DVR upgrade, and your free professional installation. And the best part, the pristine digital picture and sound. Call 1-888-379-MY-TV. So, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-888-379-MY-TV. 1-888-379-MY-TV. Disable the cable, cut costs, and get more. Call 1-888-379-MY-TV. 1-888-379-MY-TV.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
Hi, Peter Vaccaro for ParanormalDate.com. Are you looking for love in all the wrong places? Now you have a chance to change that by signing up for free at ParanormalDate.com. This incredible dating site puts people of like minds together. People who are interested in the strange, the unusual, mysteries, ghosts, UFOs, and the afterlife, and so much more. ParanormalDate.com was developed for you, people seeking a viable alternative to the other dating services. You can join for free by going to ParanormalDate.com, and if you decide you like it and want to connect with people, use the code GEORGE for a substantial discount. Mark Rawlings, president of ParanormalDate.com, says so many people hunger to share their experiences about the paranormal, the unexplainable, or the afterlife, and so much more, and this is the source for them to meet and share that common interest. So sign up for free at ParanormalDate.com, ParanormalDate.com, and use the code GEORGE if you decide to connect with someone you like.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take Longevity, Beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today. Class, Larry Nichols was with us, and he was in the kitchen cabinet during the Clinton administration. He knows a lot of the secrets. And Captain John Reagan's with us. And I've got so many questions. I've got about 8 pages of questions. Larry Nichols, weather manipulation. Can you address that?
Well, here again, I can only talk about the things that I can prove. I will say this. I, as all of you, have heard of HAARP. And when it comes to manipulating the weather, I don't think I would look there if I were y'all. The thing I've known about with the Clintons, going back to here again, when he was governor and she was first lady, and people hadn't paid one bit of attention to it. When she was at the Rose Law Firm, folks, she was on the board of Monsanto. And John, Vince, I just heard you were a farmer. I needn't tell you, you can destroy the earth and drive people into starvation. And you better look towards Monsanto. They are one of that group, guys. You know, that group I told you to count on one hand. One of the kingpins is Monsanto.
And how about Walmart? Hillary was on the board of Walmart.
Sure was. Sam Walton was a dear friend of mine. I helped when he opened his first store. He and I used to ride around together in his old pickup. Sam Walton would literally roll over in his grave at what he's seeing today. As a matter of fact, in his last years, before he died, he came to me and he had seen what he had done. When we built Walmart, it was a great idea. You know, cheap stuff, cheap products. Millions of people that were broke, hungry, they could get it there. What in actuality happened, Sam Walton destroyed downtown USA. When he finally looked around, everything in his stores made in China or some Hong Kong or whatever. And one of his last things he did is he put together a plan for Walmart where they bought USA so people would buy USA products because he knew he was destroying our country. He knew the labor force was going to hell. He knew everybody was getting wiped out. Much to his chagrin, when he did introduce his Buy America program, what he found, it was too late, Vince. He couldn't buy stuff made in America. The places had already shut down. Japan had shut down our steel industry. Tokyo had taken over the electronics industry. Then Taiwan, the clothing, apparel, that he put Hillary on the board, which you had to do in Arkansas if you were anybody and had a company. If you wanted to prosper and grow in Arkansas, you had to put Hillary on. And it wasn't so much because of Bill. It was because of who controlled Bill then. And that was Gackowitz Stevens Investment.
You know, Larry, what you're saying here is putting firsthand experience on the things that we talk about here at USA Prepares and have been for the last 5 years. And we don't call people who come on the air with us guests. We call them instructors. You're an instructor. John Reagan's an instructor. I'm an instructor. Stanton Friedman is an instructor. And there are many instructors with us. And one of our instructors is a gentleman by the name of David Klotz, and he spent 20 years in Walmart. And David Klotz, do you know David Klotz?
Do not.
Okay. Well, he is the guy whose brainchild was the Buy America program. He wanted to bring it back and set up a separate department within Walmart. And he met Hillary Clinton there at corporate headquarters in Bentonville, Arkansas. And he got nowhere. He got absolutely nowhere. And Sam Walton said, hey, it's a great idea. Keep trying. And, maybe you'll get it to work. But he met with with Hillary Clinton in the same meeting, and he said it wasn't going to happen. So she is part of the Chinese connection, I believe. Do you believe that as well?
Well, I know it. Back in the years when you could not sell anything to China, a communist nation, people don't realize it. We sold rice every day. We had an office, the little state of Arkansas had an office in China.
Larry, can you stick around? Can you stay with us for the next hour?
If we can hurry, I'll hang on as I can.
Okay, that sounds great. I've got so many important questions for Larry Nichols. Captain John Regan's with us. We'll be right back after top of the hour news and commercial announcements. I'm Vincent Finelli. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Honey, it's time for dinner. What are you doing over there on your computer?
I'm shopping for a new wallet. Mine is falling apart. Hey, did you know there's a company called ID Stronghold that makes shielded wallets to prevent electronic pickpocketing?
Oh, I didn't realize there was such a thing as electronic pickpocketing. What is that?
Well, apparently, many of the new credit and debit cards being issued have radio chips inside them called RFID that transmit our banking information to card readers when we pay. Unfortunately, a bad guy can also get one of these readers and go around the city scanning people, collecting their credit card numbers and personal information without us knowing it.
Wow, that sounds scary. Since you're getting a new wallet anyway, you should definitely get an ID Stronghold shielded wallet. Are they more expensive?
No. In fact, I can get a shielded leather wallet from IDStronghold.com for the same price or less than regular unshielded wallets from other stores.
Sounds great. My wallet isn't falling apart yet, but let me pick one out too. I want to be protected, and these wallets at IDStronghold.com look fantastic.
More and more people are discovering the incredible benefits of alkalizing the body, and there's no better product for it than AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops. Packed with a powerful combination of the most alkaline minerals and compounds, just a few drops in water will rid your body of harmful waste and give you more vibrance and vigor than you've had in years. Now buy 2 bottles and get $10 off your order. Call 800-518-7615 or visit alkavision.com. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com.
All right, so suddenly Walmart, eBay, Amazon, everybody wants to ban the rebel flag. Well, the rebel flag is an important part of American history. The rebel flag is still a long-standing symbol of Southern pride and Southern heritage. So if the big retailers want to play into political correctness and try to deny the history of America, let them. Go to ourflags.com. That's R like rebel, R, the letter R, ourflags.com. Get your rebel flag before they actually do outlaw the things, huh? Ourflags.com. That's ourflags.com. Go now.
Everyone all set? Cocked, locked. Hour number 2 of USAPrepares.com. Captain John Regan's with us. I'm Vincent Finelli. And Larry Nichols is with us. And Larry, who's Chelsea? Who is Chelsea Clinton?
Well, that's an interesting one. I had said years ago when I was fighting Bill, told Hillary to stay out of it, and if she didn't, then I would hit back. Well, she attacked my family. When she did, then I told the truth about Hillary and Chelsea. Chelsea is not Bill Clinton's daughter. She is the daughter of Webb Hubbell, one of the 3, Vince Foster, Hubbell, and Hillary, that worked at the Rose Law Firm. Now, everybody thought that was crazy, et cetera, et cetera. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, National Enquirer called me and said, tell us, is Chelsea Bill's? And I said, no, they did a story about it. Well, anybody who wants to look, 15th of July, this issue coming out, the National Enquirer finally got hold of DNA and did a DNA test, and Chelsea's not Bill's. She is Webb Hubbell's kid. Now, how did I know it back then? Bill told me. And by the way, Vincent, I put a disclaimer. I'm sitting here and acting, I don't want people to think I'm some know-it-all. I don't claim to know everything. I don't claim to know anything. Can't bake a cake, can't fix a car. So please, don't. Am I sounding bad, Vince? Sounding like I'm some kind of know-it-all?
Larry, I have a shortwave radio in the studio right here in Missouri. I'm broadcasting from my farm. And actually it's a ham rig, and it's the same ham rig that I used to listen to you on shortwave broadcast, and you sound exactly the same to me as you did 15, 20 years ago.
Well, I work hard, Vince and Captain, because there's so much crap out there and so many people, and then somebody comes on, maybe they got a story. Just listen to me 15 years ago, and if I've made my stories get bigger or made my role bigger or better, then call me a liar. I mean, all I can do is tell it exactly like it was.
I'm hearing, Larry Nichols, I'm hearing the same thing. I really am. Except you just said DNA evidence was used to prove who the father of Chelsea Clinton is. Let me ask you this. Are presidents easily bribed? We have a feeling that, politicians are selected because they're easily manipulated. Are presidents easily bribed?
Once again, not speaking for everybody because I wasn't around everybody, but for years, what people don't know, my time working in and around Washington under the underbelly with the work I did with Special Forces, and then with Congressman Tommy Robinson. One thing, Vince, people may not know. Remember the post office scandal? The one, where, all right, I'm the guy that wrote that. So I've been around Washington, the underbelly. And I can only say this. We have the best government money can buy. The problem is we, the people, don't have money to buy it. And nobody is going to be president unless the people that own them belly up. And so the answer has got to be, no matter who's president today, they're bribable. Now, we're getting to a point socially, morally, as a nation, where bribing them is going to be harder. But we're running out of time anyway, so it really won't matter. But remember, back when Bill was running for president, I brought out Jennifer Flowers. My God, a man running around on his wife. Then I brought out the fact that Hillary was AC/DC. My God, a homosexual. Today, those things don't matter. Bill, I said use drugs. Today, what could you catch Obama doing? If you wonder about bribery today, just ask yourself this. What on earth could you catch Barack Hussein Obama doing? Catch him. Bring it out. And anybody cares about it.
There's no disagreement. No, Larry Nichols, no disagreement from me. I believe you mentioned we're running out of time. So what are your biggest concerns about humanity surviving? Our way of life. The American dream, I believe, is over. What are your biggest concerns?
Well, truth. Truth is, right now, today, Vince, crazy as it's going to sound coming from me, probably the best friend America has, friends, are Bill and Hillary Clinton. Right now. Because you see, I worked for years in the Pentagon on a project. It's called the FEMA Provisional Government Plan. Y'all know what everybody calls it, martial law. It's been around since the 50s and 60s, and that is in case of a national disaster, which now could be riots. The national disaster is declared by Congress and the president. We go into FEMA provisional government. At that point, the president becomes basically king. Number two is not the vice president. The number two person is the head of Joint Chiefs of Staff. All members of Congress, Senate, Congress, they go back to the home states, and there they become representatives of the federal government in their state and district. And I give you that quick rundown so that you see we're one day, we're a couple of days, we're another shooting or so away from black riots and race riots everywhere spawned by Obama. Why? Why is he doing that? Because he knows what I know. That if he can get enough riots happening and people get scared enough, Congress and the president will vote to declare a national crisis, and then our form of government is set aside. And whoever's in the chair as president, when that happens, they become king and dictator. Now, the trick to the FEMA program is the only person that can call it all is the president. So today, the risk we have is Obama is hell-bent to turn this nation. He can call himself a Christian. He can call himself a white duck. I don't care. He's a Muslim. Today, the biggest threat we have immediately on this nation is the fact that Obama is doing everything he can with Sharpton and all his cronies to turn us into an Islamic caliphate. Upon doing so, he would become the head of Islam globally. Now, if we live through that, and the only people that have the power to fight him are the Clintons. We got one election to go, guys. One, if we get it. And that's keyed around Mexicans. You hear it every day. Democrats want Mexicans for their vote. Republicans want Mexicans for their labor, cheap labor. Folks, it don't matter. What everybody wants is those Mexicans, illegal, to be able to vote. And when they can vote, we normal Americans that used to be controlling ourselves, our destiny, that day's over. That day's over because, and I'm going to give you all a little point here. Don't believe me, check it out. There's like 9 million Koreans in this nation registered. How many of you can walk and see a Korean community? I'll bet the answer is not many. Now, the government figures for Mexicans, illegals in this country, 11 to 12 million. Going back to the Kennedy-McCain immigration reform days. That's how long that number's been there. I ask you to take a dart and a map of the United States. Throw that dart at the map of the United States, and wherever that damn dart hits, there's going to be a bunch of Mexicans. You know, we're looking at a number, Vince, I believe, to be between 50, maybe even 60 million Mexicans in this country. And they are not here to become Americans. They're here just to get jobs, take money, send it to wherever. When they are made to vote, and y'all do remember just a couple, 3 weeks ago, our Supreme Court, out of the blue, ruled that it was illegal for any state to seek and challenge the residency of anybody with a driver's license to vote. When they can vote, the days of America are gone. Oh, we'll have elections, Vince, but it'd be like Russia and Cuba. They got elections too. We can't make it past this next election. You can't do it. It's not possible. You can't mathematically make it happen.
Do elections count, Larry Nichols? I mean,
elections.
Yeah.
Elections stop counting when every politician you know runs around saying we're a democracy. When's the last time, Vince, you heard a politician, national stage, even local, call us a representative republic? They call us democracy.
I haven't in decades.
All right, that's why we're done. Because when we become a democracy, all you got to have is the most votes and you win whatever you want. That's all election is right now. Election is simply the math way to become king. And everybody's playing for the day this country falls into that FEMA thing. And when we do, whoever sits in the White House becomes king of America, then the world. And by the way, in the 86 plan with Hillary, which was a joke back then, but it's not funny now, when Hillary became president, then Bill will become Secretary General of the United Nations. That will happen.
Who is Al Gore?
Al Gore's a fool, and he knows he's a fool now. You know, when he bailed out Bill Clinton, he thought that he would be reciprocated when it was his turn to run. He found out he was betrayed like most people with the Clintons, like all people with the Clintons. The problem with Al Gore is Al Gore quickly adapted, modified, and adjusted. And now he works for, quote unquote, these big globalists, the big multi-corporations, and it's all about money to him.
Do we have any legitimate representation? We, the villagers, do we have any legitimate representation in Washington, D.C., or is Washington, D.C. a lost cause?
All right. Now here again, Vince, Guys, please don't make me be Mr. Know-It-All. This is my opinion. I hear that music, so I guess I'm going to give it when we come back.
Yep. Okay. Larry Nichols is with us. He was in the Clinton administration's kitchen cabinet, the inner circle. And he's putting exclamation points on a lot of your thoughts. This is USAPrepares.com. Captain John Reagan's with us. I'm Vincent Finelli. We'll be right back. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
In the U.S. alone, a home invasion occurs every 13 seconds. On top of that, the average response time for 911 is over 15 minutes. That just won't cut it. Don't allow yourself or the important people in your life to be victims. When seconds matter, don't be caught stumbling for your firearm. Get the protection you deserve. Get yourself a hidden holster from hiddenholster.com. It's the original hidden holster. The hidden holster is quick, easy, and convenient. It's versatile enough for the home, workplace, or virtually anywhere else you might need it. Have peace of mind with your firearm close by at all times. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. If you own a firearm, you need a hidden holster. Your protection matters, and self-defense is the best defense. Go to hiddenholster.com. That's hiddenholster.com. The original hidden holster.
There's a man named Dr. Joel Wallach who is anything but your typical doctor, both a veterinarian and naturopathic physician. Doc asks, why does the United States spend more money on healthcare by far and still rank 50th in health and longevity worldwide? He believes that people should empower themselves with a basic understanding of nutrition, take charge of their health, and attain optimal health and longevity through nutrition, not by toxic prescription drugs that lead to side effects and more toxic prescription drugs. Doc Wallach's message is resonating with an increasing number of Americans who are waking up to all the big government, big pharma, and big insurance manipulation of our healthcare system. I'm George Norrie, and I like what Doc Wallach is saying and doing to enlighten people about healthcare. Visit criticalhealthnews.com and listen to Dr. Wallach's Deadly Recipes lecture. It makes a lot of sense, and I urge you to join our Critical Health News team. Go to criticalhealthnews.com. That's criticalhealthnews.com.
Have you ever wondered if you could make electric, light, or heat in your home for free? How about a motor that charges batteries at the same time? What if this also restores useless batteries and saves you lots of money? Come to our Renaissance Charge Conference workshop on August 15th and 16th in Fort Lauderdale. Visit r-charge.com. That's r-charge.com for details, or call 208-304-2954. 208-304-2954.
Affordable health insurance was the promise of Obamacare, but for many, the government mandate caused more problems than it solved. And I want to tell you about a truly affordable alternative, Liberty HealthShare. Liberty HealthShare bypasses doctor and hospital panels, giving you the freedom to choose. 100% coverage up to $1 million per year per occurrence, who includes dental, vision, pharmacy, and holistic care. Call 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993. 1-800-714-6993 today.
Class Captain John Reagan's with us. Larry Nichols is with us, and we were talking about, do we have legitimate representation in Washington, D.C.? Do we, the villagers, have legitimate representation in Washington, D.C.? Larry Nichols?
Vince, Washington, D.C. is gone. The devil resides there. We don't. I just saw on television a replay, I guess, of the rebel flag, bars and stars being taken down in South Carolina or wherever. Everybody cheering. For those that actually know history instead of those that rewrite it in the interest of social engineering, brainwashing, that flag represents or represented states' rights.
Mm-hmm.
Racism didn't come into it until later in the war, when Lincoln did it to get more soldiers because he was running out. Now, I tell you that story because the thing that the most important race any of you will vote in or be a part of in this upcoming election, if we still get to have it, will be your local state representative. The founding fathers knew when they started this country, not because they were geniuses and smart, because they had come through this themselves. They didn't know what was right, Vince, but they damn sure knew what was wrong. So they put the power at the state level. The only power those sumbitches in Washington have, Obama, Hillary, Bill, the conglomerates, just saw Jeb Bush, his super PAC, and him raised $114 million. The only power they got is that which we, through our states, succeed to them. And I'm going to tell you the secret to victory to save this country, guys. And this is as true as can be. The state. Every state, any state, one state of people, one state legislature, one governor on one issue. Pick it. I don't care if it's underwater basket weaving. Vote on it. Say what the state wants and make it so. Then it'll be taken to federal court. When it goes to federal court, folks, don't be a fool. Don't go. Now, this isn't something, Vince, you or I can do, but a state can do it. A governor can do it. You know what? Don't go. Well, they say you got to go. No, you don't have to go. Let's take the immigration thing they did in Arizona, whatever her name was. I thought we had a chance there. State voted. She implemented. First thing that happened, here it goes to federal court. She went to court. There she made the mistake. Folks, the federal courts are controlled. The Black Robe Mob, they got it. They got it. If the state will say, no, we're not coming to your damn court. Thanks for the offer, but we're not coming. Here's what'll happen. The court will say, we'll hold you in contempt, meaning the state. Fine, hold us in contempt. We're not coming. Well, then here's what we're going to do. We're going to cut off your matching educational funds. Keep it. How's that working out anyway for us? And by the way, federal government, we'll just quit sending our matching funds to you first. Well, then we'll cut off your highway funds. Cut them off. We're going to stop sending you the money. You see, then there's only 3 states in this whole damn country that get back more than they send into the federal government. That's California, New York, and Illinois. All the rest of us send our federal state money. We're supposed to get back somewhere between, I think it's 96%. Don't hold me to that figure, but somewhere around there. But because we're paying for all this sick stuff, the state's getting back somewhere around 30%. So consequently, you and I, we're paying for what they're doing in California that's nuts and making it go broke. The state is the only hope we have. And the only hope we're going to have of saving this country is there, folks, with you and your state legislature. And you got to tell your damn government, you got to tell your governor, the only power Washington has over us at all is that which we accede to it, and we're going to stop it. And you know what? Next day it's over, because you know what will happen? One state does that, Vince, and watch how fast Washington buckles. Because the truth is, the emperor has no clothes. They know it. But the further we buy into this, the more we get into it, the more power Washington's going to take. And when Washington takes it, that means you're taking it from us. I'm sorry for that long-winded answer.
Brilliant answer, Larry. Larry, is the Postal Service, we used to have the United States Post Office. Now we have the Postal Service. When we come back, can you tell us, is the Postal Service a private corporation for profit, or is it a government agency? We'll be right back after these few short commercial announcements.
All right, so suddenly Walmart, eBay, Amazon, everybody wants to ban the rebel flag. Well, the rebel flag is an important part of American history. The rebel flag is still a long-standing symbol of Southern pride and Southern heritage. So if the big retailers want to play into political correctness and try to deny the history of America, let them. Go to ourflags.com. That's R like rebel, R, the letter R, ourflags.com. Get your rebel flag before they actually do outlaw the things, huh? Ourflags.com. That's ourflags.com. Go now.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit, then carting to a private bank, having it led back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
It's very easy to be a criminal. All you need to burglarize a home is one simple household tool, a pair of scissors. If your home security system can be compromised by a criminal using scissors, then you're making it easy for them. Almost every home security system, even those sold by big-name companies, has a weakness, the phone line. You shell out $1,500, get locked into a long-term contract, and think you're safe. But a burglar can destroy your alarm in seconds with one snip. And when a burglar cuts your phone line, you're defenseless. Simply Safe Home Security is the smarter choice. Built by Harvard engineers, Simply Safe uses a wireless connection to call the cops. Scissors can't cut it. And that means your home stays safe. 24/7 professional monitoring is under $15 a month with no contract. Simply Safe Home Security keeps you safer than the other guys for half the cost. Protect your home with the alarm you can trust. Simply Safe. Go to simplysafedefense.com now for an exclusive 10% offer. That's simplysafedefense.com.
You're fired. According to the Small Business Administration, 75% of small businesses plan to eliminate jobs or reduce workers' hours to part-time. You're fired. According to Gallup, the unemployment rate recently jumped to nearly 9%, and the underemployment rate hit a staggering 17.9%. You're fired. 1 out of 3 young adults and 1 out of 2 recent college graduates are underemployed. Hello, I'm Keith Abel, a pharmacist and a home business entrepreneur. In 2011, I became one of those statistics myself. Instead of looking for another job in corporate America, I joined Dr. Joel Wallach, the Dead Doctors Don't Lie guy. We're creating steady incomes for ourselves and would like to show you how to do the same. If you want to supplement your current income, replace your income so you don't have to become one of the statistics, then give me a call toll-free at 866-257-3105, 866-257-3105. You're fired. Don't wait till you hear those words. Start creating an extra income today. 866-257-3105.
If you're worried about your health and you're tired of the nasty side effects of harsh drugs or antibiotics, then look no further. Supernatural Silver is the answer. Supernatural Silver is a powerful immune system enhancer that can be used every day to help keep you healthy and well with none of those nasty side effects. It's extremely safe for use internally as well as topically. And Supernatural Silver is hundreds of times more effective than colloidal or ionic silver. It is perfect for use in the sinuses, eyes, ears, and on any wound or skin issue. Supernatural Silver is also extremely effective when taken orally and can help fight off bacteria, viruses, and mold that may be overwhelming your immune system. Go to supernaturalsilver.com, supernaturalsilver.com, and use the promo code SILVER2015 for 30% off of your entire order and give yourself and your loved ones a fighting chance with Supernatural Silver.
Many are in disbelief today after word of shocking allegations against a Minnesota-based talk syndication company known as GCN. It's claimed that they're the 4th largest talk syndication company in the U.S., making it even more scandalous that they've been accused of helping business owners expose themselves on a massive scale. Let's go live to Tom for more on this story.
It's being called the greatest exposure of our lifetime, while other business owners are beginning to step forward claiming they too exposed themselves with the help of GCN.
It's true, they're all guilty, every last one of them. GCN helped me get the exposure my company needed, and just think, that was years ago. Today, GCN has like 700 affiliate stations and over 6 million downloads from iTunes and their website every month.
Imagine the exposure your company can get. Expose your business to the masses. Email advertise@gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective. GCN.
Class Larry Nichols is with us. John Reagan's with us. And we're talking about the Postal Service. Larry, is the Postal Service a private corporation?
You know, Vince, it's one of those questions that I don't know. I can only tell you this. I think it's some form of government organization, which means some people are making a hell of a lot of money. And the reason I say that is because only a government entity can lose like the post office does. And we just keep paying. We just keep paying. Now, the postal people that drive the trucks and walk the streets, they're good people. They work hard. But the people that control it, they own the pay. Vince, can I throw something in during that break? I had 2 listeners of yours text me, and they said, how do we support you? May I answer that?
Please do, Larry.
Folks, you notice I've been here this time and I hadn't asked for any help. I have no money. My family, I've just ruined it. I mean, everything's just terrible. A friend, a listener to this network helped us set up a PayPal, and it's nicholslive@aol.com. A PayPal account at nicholslive@aol.com. Now, I am not asking for money if it's going to keep you, any one of you, from thinking what I'm talking about. I'm not doing from the heart. Look, guys, Vince, I never ask you for a dime to come on. I don't ask anybody. We need help, but I ain't got an organization. You're talking, Vince, you know it. You're talking to the organization. Am I right?
Yes.
And guys, I'm one person. If you want to help me, I've kind of got medical issues and things that I can't take care of. It would be much appreciated. But I don't want what I say to be destroyed or somebody to say he's just doing it for money. But my PayPal account is nicholslive@aol.com. My address is number 58 Kensington Drive, Conway, Arkansas, 72034, and my phone number is 440-897-0611. Sorry I did that, Vince. They told me.
That's quite all right. Larry, 58 Kensington Drive. Can you give us the rest of it one more time, please?
Conway, Conway, Arkansas, AR, and the zip is 72034.
Okay. And I will put this on our website, Larry, so if anyone needs another way of finding you, Nichols Live, NICHOLSLIVE at AOL.com, 58 Kensington Drive, Conway, Arkansas, 440-897-0611. And yesterday, Larry, you were in the hospital and you needed some funds, and they just arrived, right? In the nick of time.
They did, just in the nick of time. Thank God some people use Western Union. Oddly enough, one person tried to send money through Walmart Instagram, and then Walmart wouldn't let it go through.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. I'm public enemy number 1, folks.
Are you saying that the funds sent?
Well, they tried to send it, but it wouldn't go. I went to pick it up, and I couldn't pick it up. They said that I had too many transactions, and they wanted to ask the sender all kinds of questions. Who was I, etc. Yeah. Look.
Wow.
You know, Vince, who I'm up against. See, I'm not just up
yeah.
against the Clintons. I'm not just up against Clinton. What you're hearing me talk about is the underbelly of crap I was with all the way through. And guys, stop thinking that anything, anyone out of Washington is what you think it is, because it is not. We're seriously under the control of probably the most sinister cabal that exists, and it's coming after us. It's coming after you. Oh, hell, they're coming after me now, but don't worry. They're coming after all of us unless we stop it. And for that, Vince, it's up to you, Captain John, and just drive home. The only way we're going to stop is at the state level. Just say no. Breaks my heart to see the Confederate flag taken down. Taking it down. They're doing the same thing today in New Orleans. They're going to get rid of all the Confederate monuments. Folks, that's history. That's what that is. It's not a statement, but it's turning into a statement to destroy us. Sorry for the tirade.
It's not any different than what ISIS is doing in the Middle East, destroying the history there.
Absolutely.
I spent 2.5 years at the Pentagon. I was working in the basement on the nuclear planning system. And that was my experience in the above top secret world. So I didn't have quite the exposure you did. And I was kind of interested, in the circles you ran around. Did you learn anything about what today is called transhumanism, what a century ago here in America was eugenics and copied in the Nazi Germany? Did you run across any of those plans where the elite want to live forever?
Is this Captain? I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, sir, I did not. But you got to remember when I was there, actually in the middle of it, that was a little pre where we are today. Now, there was a tremendous amount of work going on in the quote-unquote science and technology departments. Stuff that were out of my pay grade, and it, from what people I knew in that day, Captain, they would tell you rather quickly it didn't have anything to do with weapons. Now, so that's what it was, and that's what it was.
Larry, we were told many years ago about the Plunge Protection Team, the street name, for government intervention in the markets, in the securities markets.
Yes.
Do you know about that?
Well, I know about the parts that I was affected by, and because of my work with Stevens Investment Firm, which in that day was the largest investment firm outside of Wall Street in the world. And as I said earlier, in the 70s, you couldn't do business. Nobody is illegal to do business with a communist nation like China. Yet every day we sold rice, thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds of rice, had an office in China. And what was set up in that day was technically called the War Room. And what that was a group of big investors, the large technical investors. And they literally would bump the market up, take it down, bump it up. And it was designed to draw down the quote-unquote high middle-income individual. You see, back in that day, Captain John, I'm sure you remember this, there was a word that was floating around in Washington called empowerment, and that was a nasty word. This government cannot allow us to be empowered as individuals, meaning making up our own minds, making our own decisions. And so the Wall Street, guys, is like going to Vegas. That thing's going to take your money. They're going to take it, and the big corporate investors are manipulating it by the hour. Now that I was involved with, if that answered your question.
How about gold? Is gold are gold and silver manipulated as well?
Now you're out of my league, buddy. Ted Anderson. Ted, I remember I was one of the first people around when Anderson was forming Genesis, and I'm very proud of him, very proud of the work he did. And if there were anybody on this planet that I would ask that question to, it'd be him. And not to mention, Vince, if I had any damn sense, I wouldn't be financially distraught like I am.
Larry Nichols, to your knowledge, were there any really large disasters that were covered up from, we the villagers knowing about it? Were there any large disasters that would frighten, literally terrify us?
The one thing that I know during the Oklahoma bombing I was sent from the FBI, people working on the case, they were asking a lot of questions about the equipment used, etc. I was told then that even though what's his name did it, it was done also by what people referred to back then as people that looked like Middle Eastern characters. I am not a believer, Vince, so please forgive me, y'all. I am not a believer that the government blew up the World Trade Center. I am a believer that how it came down and how it happened don't make no sense ballistically or from an explosives perspective. The chances of that one tower coming straight down like an implosion is 1,000,000 to 1. And then for two of them to do the exact same thing is a gazillion to 1. What I believe happened, this is my theory, not a fact. The planes hit, but if you know anything about the terrorists of the Middle Eastern variety, because we trained them to fight the Russians, I believe when the planes hit, they knew everything would go bonkers. They had a second team that came in dressed as firemen, etc., and they placed satchel charges. That's what brought the building down the way it did. I believe we were not told that because the American people would have been scared to death to know that there were still terrorists on the ground and they weren't caught, and we didn't have a clue where to get them. But now that, folks, is my theory, period.
Larry, we're going into a break, and we're going to come right back. And I've got so many questions for Larry Nichols, and one of them is: do the Clintons have what we would say a normal marriage? Do they have a normal marriage? Are they husband and wife like many of us are, or are they different? Or they just have a relationship to? How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Usually, the older one gets, the less you are able to absorb amino acids and the less you are able to repair the 100 trillion cells of your body. As a result, you'll have less energy, your tissues will shrink, and you'll become wrinkled. An older person will typically injure more easily and heal more slowly. Not fun. However, if you could consume a protein powder that is easier to absorb, then you may be able to gain back some strength, muscle, and speed of recovery. One World Whey is a highly digestible whey protein powder that may be the perfect answer for you.
My name is Errol. I'm 74 years old. You know, the taste of One World Whey is amazing. I play pickleball, and since taking One World Whey and your trace mineral supplement, I have more energy and recover faster from my working out. I used to take another grass-fed whey protein powder, but now I'm getting much better results using One World Whey.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com.
Hi, John Hubner from Midas Resources. Are you tired of watching your hard-earned assets dwindle away? As government spending is out of hand and the Federal Reserve is creating in excess of $20 billion a week, are you tired of stockbrokers gambling away your hard-earned money? Is this market a setup for a crash greater than 1987? Too many of today's policies resemble those that led to the collapse of 1929. This is John Hubner, and that was me in 2007. And we all know what happened when the subprime credit bubble burst. By March 2009, the dollar lost 50% of its value. The entire U.S. banking system was on the verge of collapsing. Like all financial problems of the past, is history about to repeat itself? Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129, before it's too late to protect yourself. Will the oncoming catastrophe take all private IRAs, 401ks with it? There is a way to protect your hard-earned assets. Call me, John Hubner, at 1-800-686-2237, extension 129.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
I'm Vincent Finelli of USAPrepares.com. As most of you know, I broadcast weekday mornings on GCN from 9 to 11. And I'm also a full-time farmer. Add to that mix the weekly meetups and the Get Prepared Expo, and this combination makes for a demanding schedule. On the farm, we raise grass-fed Black Angus cattle and provide them with the best variety of summer and fall grasses available. Our cattle are exposed to the extremes of weather, the toxins in the air, and the electromagnetic radiation that's all around us. So even the best grasses and food that we provide are not enough. Our cattle require minerals and supplements for strong health and resistance to disease. And so do we. For these reasons, my mother, our children, Mrs. Finelli, and I all take longevity beyond Tangy Tangerine, De-Stress, Glucogel, and EFA+. USAPreparesTeam.com. And thank you for being in class today. John Regan's with us. Larry Nichols is with us. And we've been doing a class about the presidency, about the Clinton era. And we've discussed William Clinton, and we've discussed Hillary Clinton, and many others surrounding the Clintons. And my last question was, do the Clintons have what might be viewed as a normal marriage? Can a president have a normal marriage, meaning husband and wife, and be somewhat normal, or is it impossible?
Well, Vince, number one, with Bill and Hillary, here again, this one I can speak to very clearly because Bill told me and I had to cover up half the junk. Bill and Hillary back in the day had what was called swingers relationships. He did who he did and she did who she did, and as long as they didn't have to do it with each other, they were happy. Bill even said, eventually I had said it, and finally Jennifer Flowers, when she did her book, validated sort of what I've been telling people. Bill would tell me that Hillary got more women than he ever did. Now, are they a normal couple? No. Their relationship's purely political business. Matter of fact, Bill told me, they got testy times back then when, I thought they might come apart. And I was clearly told they could not divorce because as long as they were married, they could never be forced to testify against each other. And they've been together ever since. Don't even believe when you see Bill and Hillary that you see the image of a married family. It's not. And then when you ask the question about any president, I doubt it. Because here again, you've got to have this need for power, Vince. You've got to have that to go through and withstand everything. A normal couple couldn't take it or wouldn't take it. But to people that run for that office, I think there's a pretty clear understanding. It's about power. Vince, you've asked me a lot of questions. Can I ask you and John one?
Sure.
Gentlemen, me on this program talking about these things, am I helping a damn bit? Have I helped you any at all?
If you're asking me, the answer is absolutely. And I'll tell you why. This broadcast is about preparedness and survival. And I've been saying for 5 years, I'm a farmer. I used to have a job. I used to be a banker. I used to design computer systems for banks. I jumped off the corporate ladder to become a farmer because I saw the country was coming apart. What you have done is you've put exclamation points on every single one of my thoughts, every single one. And I believe that you've done exactly the same thing for every single one of our listeners. I really believe that, John Regan.
And I think it goes along with something that you said about our founding fathers. They might not have known what to do, but they knew what they went through. And the more that we understand about what we are really going through and experiencing today, exposing the lies, once things happen, then perhaps our refounding fathers will take those experiences so we have a better country.
Larry, I had a question that I hope we could get to. We only have like a minute left. Did Bill Clinton choose Al Gore as his running mate, or did someone else choose Al Gore? And if so, why? Why Al Gore?
He didn't choose him. He was chosen by the Stevenses and the cabal. Al Gore, as the case with many vice presidential candidates, are usually chosen for their ability to add to the ticket votes. Al Gore was nothing. He was nothing to Bill Clinton when he was president, and he saw pretty quickly when he ran for president that he was nothing to the Clintons after they left. You know, if there's one person on this earth that don't like the Clintons anymore, that's bitter, it's Al Gore.
Very quickly, in 15 seconds or so, Larry Nichols, do you have any suggestions, advice, counsel for us, what we need to do to save our country?
Yeah. Spread the word. Stay true, tell the truth, and then work on states' rights. That's where it begins, and that's where it will end.
Larry Nichols, thanks so much for being with us. I look forward to having you back again and again as your schedule permits. Captain John Regan, thanks for being with us. Class, above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Why do over 50% of North Americans suffer from some form of chronic ailment? Could it be due to a toxic overload? It's time to take back your life. Get the lead out as well as the cadmium, mercury, and calcium. Extendovite is a garlic cayenne supplement with 5 other herbs that acts like a natural Drano, cleaning out the stored toxins, restoring your energy and youthfulness that we've lost. If you would like to live your life free of sickness, pain, or fear, then Extendovite is for you. Available in either capsules or liquid, you too can see why Extendovite is the #1 heart drop available. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Today.